Hello guys, this is the 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLA 35. So there is the GLA 250, GLA 35 AMG, and then GLA 45 AMG. This one is finished in iridium silver. It does have a good amount of packages. It does have the premium package and the exterior lighting package, and it does have options like heated seats. It does have the beautiful AMG Napa leather / microfiber steering wheel, and it does have those 21-inch rims and the Burmeister sound system. But let's go ahead and take this GLA 35 AMG on a POV test drive and see how it does. Alright, here's the interior of this 2023 Mercedes-Benz GLA 35. So this thing looks amazing from the inside. It does have this beautiful $500 steering wheel. I would definitely go with this steering wheel. $500, I think it's worth it. Nice and sporty, finished in leather and microfiber, and it just looks very good and it feels very good in hand. So let's go ahead and take this Mercedes-Benz GLA 35 on a drive and see how it does. By the way, it does have red seat belt. This is part of an option. Let me go ahead and show you the backup camera before I move. Backup camera resolution is good. There's two different modes. There's a wider mode and a wide enough mode for me. But let's go ahead and take this Mercedes-Benz GLA 35 on a drive and see how it does. Suspension is a little bit stiff on roads like this, even though it's in comfort mode. I'm gonna go ahead and test the suspension and let you know what I think about this suspension at the end of this drive. Steering wheel is nice and light. Again guys, it does feel very good in hand, and has a really nice weight to it in comfort mode. Alright, so driving this 2023 GLA AMG 35. It does feel nice and sporty. Suspension is definitely stiff, but it doesn't look very sporty from the outside. We're gonna go ahead and take this AMG GLA 35 on the highway and we'll see how it does. It is in Sport Plus mode. This thing pulls very, very hard, and the gas pedal is very touchy. The transmission is very quick, very fast. Shifting is insane, and this one is only the GLA 35. Upshifts, downshifts, everything is very nice and fast. Suspension is very stiff, almost very hard to talk when it is in Sport Plus mode. This thing is definitely fun to drive. This transmission is seriously amazing. This is one of the quickest transmissions I've tested. 8-speed DCT transmission. A tiny bit of pops from the exhaust, but yeah, the suspension is very, very stiff. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and talk about this 2.0 turbocharged inline 4. Such a beautiful, responsive engine. Gas pedal is very touchy in sport mode, and this 8-speed automatic transmission is just seriously amazing. This engine produces 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 happens in 5.2 seconds. If you guys need something a little bit faster, then you could go with the GLA 45 AMG. 0 to 60 happens in 4.4 seconds, and I think it produces 382 horsepower if I'm not mistaken. This SUV it does feel very sporty, but it doesn't look sporty from the outside. The tuning on the engine, the transmission, everything is just perfect. The price on this one is $58,000. A little bit expensive, but I think you do get a good amount of features, options in this GLA. By the way, the $58,000 is including the options and packages it has. Beautiful 10.25-inch screens, and I love the ambient lights. Nice storage place, nice and big. This center console is finished in gloss black. This pad can control this screen, and you could actually touch the screen, so it is a touch screen, and you could control it from this sensor right here. So 3 ways to control that right screen, 1 way to control the left screen, and you could actually change the gauge. Super Sport gauge looks very good in Super Sport, but seriously, this SUV sounds good, and the engine is nice and responsive. And seriously, I think Mercedes-Benz did a great job with this AMG. Shifts quick. Again, guys, the suspension is a little bit on the stiff side. This thing seriously pulls very, very hard. You do feel the small things in the roads. Steering wheel is nice and heavy, nice and direct, and there is a little bit of body lean in this SUV, and I think that's completely fine. Transmission shifts insanely quick. This thing is very fun to drive in sport mode. As I said, the ride quality is a little bit on the stiffer side. Cabin is actually nice and quiet, but I think those 21-inch rims are making the ride a little bit stiff and a little bit noisy. But there is not that much of tire noise, but definitely with a smaller rims, more rubber, the ride quality and the road noise will be better. Seeing out of this SUV is perfect. The windows are nice and big, and even seeing out of the back is very, very good. The seating position is good. The seats are nice and comfortable. Good amount of support for sharp turns and corners. This steering wheel just feels amazing in hand. I love the microfiber with the leather. I love the red stitching in this GLA 35. 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque are more than enough. There's two buttons right here. This one is for the traction control, the other one is for manual mode, and then you have your mode selector right here. Nice and quiet, doing 64 miles per hour. I really like the seating position, and seeing out of this car is very, very good. As I said, this AMG has the Burmeister sound system. It does shift all the way down to the first gear, which is nice. I love the AMG in the bottom. It does have memory seats, heated seats. Heated seats are part of an option, $500 option, which I think is a little bit expensive. I really wish heated seats were standard. Oh yeah, this thing pulls very hard. No wheel spin from a dead stop and while taking a turn. Windows are not acoustic, so they're not double pane, but the cabin is nice and quiet. As I said, there is a nice storage place right here. 2 cup holders, 1 USB Type-C, 1 12-volt. This pad right here will control this 10.25-inch screen. As I said, there's two 10.25-inch screens. I love the ambient lights. There's some ambient lights inside of the vents, and the vents look very good. Everything has a really nice feel to it, and that's expected from Mercedes-Benz. I love the double stitching. The door panels are basically finished in microfiber or suede. I love the stitching on them, and the ambient lights are just amazing in this AMG. This thing is very responsive. This transmission is seriously quick. By the way, if you guys are curious about the ground clearance in this GLA 35, the ground clearance is 6.2 inches, and getting in and out of this SUV is very easy. You basically slide into the seat, and it's definitely good for people that want something not too low on the ground or too high off the ground. This is such a beautiful SUV to get in and out. And by the way, there is a good amount of trunk space, and even the loading floor in the trunk is very low, so getting things in and out is super easy. So again guys, suspension is definitely stiff. I really wish that Mercedes-Benz does a little bit more customization or fixing with this suspension, because it is very, very very stiff in comfort mode. This thing is very smooth off the line. I honestly thought this 8-speed DCT transmission would be a little bit jerky, but definitely good. I really like it. Let's go ahead and try the voice command in this GLA. Hey Mercedes-Benz. Mercedes-Benz. Alright, so let's go ahead and click the button. Take me to Starbucks.
I'm sorry, can you say that again, please?
Navigate to Starbucks.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with that right now.
So maybe didn't go through service yet. Maybe that's why the voice command system is not active or not working. Maybe it's not active. But usually Mercedes-Benz system is very nice and smooth. You tell it to navigate to a place and then it will start the navigation. Such a beautiful SUV. Again guys, I really wish the suspension was a little bit better, but I really like this SUV. Feels very nice and sporty. Paddle shifters look amazing. I think you could actually hold those two down and you could do the launch control that way. Heated seats, as I said, 3 stages. Memory seats, seat controls, all on the switches. Mirror controls are finished in plastic. I really wish that Mercedes-Benz made them finished in silver. They do it on their other cars and SUVs. Everything looks good. Fan finish is perfect, as I said. This steering wheel just looks amazing. Definitely worth the $500 option. This screen has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I was gonna put this thing back in sport mode because this SUV is just so fun to drive in sport mode. Zero to 60 happens in 5.2 seconds, as I said. If you need something a little bit faster, then go with the GLA 45. As I said, I think it has about 382 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken, and 0 to 60 is in 4.4 seconds, which is pretty quick. I love how the interior looks like, and this pad, as I said, it controls this screen. There's this right here to rest your hand on and use the pad. Inside there is an okay space. It is nice and deep, very narrow. 1 USB Type-C inside. This is nice and soft. I love the stitching. As I said guys, I love the ambient lights, and there is no standard size sunroof or a panoramic sunroof. I really wish there was for the price point. Maybe you could get it as an option, but this one doesn't have it. Definitely stiff. I think it does have the Mercedes-Benz air-soft suspension, I think that's what is it called, and I believe it's the adjustable suspension. It's definitely comfortable in comfort mode, but not really that comfortable. In Sport Plus mode, it is extremely uncomfortable, but in comfort mode, it's just stiff. But I could definitely feel the difference. It does have engine shut off, so when you come to a complete stop, the engine will turn off. So for the MPGs are not that bad. 22 in the city, 29 highway, and 25 combined. And this 2.0 inline 4 is amazing. I really love how responsive it is, and I really like this 8-speed automatic transmission. So I'm gonna go ahead and brake boost this SUV and see how good it is. So 0 to 60 is in 5.2 seconds. This thing is a monster. This Mercedes-Benz GLA 35 is seriously amazing. This thing shifts crazy fast. Transmission, engine, everything just works perfect together. This thing is crazy off the line. It pushes me back to the sea. In every shift, it pushes me back to the sea. This is insane. Very responsive. In manual mode, automatic mode, this transmission is just so good. Handling is good, as I said. A little bit of body lean, which is completely fine, but the suspension is very stiff. brake boosting this SUV is just out of this world. 302 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque are definitely more than enough for this SUV. I can't wait to drive the GLA 45. This is the 35 and I am very, very impressed with it. Such a beautiful SUV. Transmission and engine are just amazing. Not a big fan of the way how this SUV looks like from the outside, but it does look nice and sporty from the inside. I really wish that Mercedes-Benz tried a little bit hard with the outside. So this SUV is seriously fun to drive, and I am truly impressed with this GLA 35. Seriously, such a beautiful SUV. Doesn't look that sporty from the outside, but the inside is nice and sporty. It sounds good. Acceleration is amazing. Brake boosting, this thing is out of this world. But truly impressive, and I really like driving this 35. Anyways, guys, I would like to thank Mercedes-Benz here in North Haven, Connecticut for providing me this Mercedes-Benz GLA 35 AMG. If you guys are around, or if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like and subscribe, because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.